Let's go, Chris out. Let's go, Chris out.
Let's get to cooking. Today, we making tacos the official and unofficial chef way. How hard can it be?
A bag of groceries.
I know you see this right here. I know you see it. Now listen, if we gonna make tacos, we ain't just gonna make no regular tacos. What that say? What that say? Wagyu ground beef. Yeah. Now for those that don't know about the Wagyu, it is one of the finer beefs out there. Do your research on that Wagyu. Ain't that right? Cinnamon Toast Crunch guy. Okay, our hands are clean and we have our onion. I feel like every meal we either start with chopping up an onion or chopping up garlic. You know what I mean? So it's only right that I got my knife, one of our favorite and only knife that I use. To be honest, part of me want to bring out the big boy. Part of me want to bring out the big boy just because I ain't brought him out, you feel me? But it's cool. All right, so first thing we're gonna do for our tacos now, believe it or not, this is my first time making tacos. I know. I'm probably gonna make a lot of things on my first time where you be like, yo, Chris, how you never made this before? How you never made that? If you never made tacos, you making it for the first time with me. First thing we're gonna do is chop up our onion. So I got my knife, gonna cut up my onion now. I know I cry every time. I guess I shouldn't even say hopefully I don't cry this time. I feel like every time I cut an onion, I cry. So I found a reason to use this. Basically, I got all this onion and my regular knife, I can't cut across the whole board. You know what I mean? Like if you could really see, it only goes a certain length. But this, I can cut all of these and make them smaller. You heard that? That wasn't even no sound effect. That drove me crazy. I might have to stand up for this, but look at this. Oh yeah, cutting a whole shablam. And this is my first time using a big knife. She cuts beautifully. Pretty sure I've seen Gordon Ramsay do this, for sure. They look a little bit like this though. You feel me? Onions and garlic minced and cut to perfection. We're gonna get a nice little medium heat popping. Now we're gonna take 2 tablespoons of oil. Now I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I want y'all to see everything. So y'all see this. That's 1 tablespoon. Successfully in the pan. Put 1 more tablespoon, so we're gonna put 2, and then we're gonna add our onions. That onion right on the pan. I'm gonna try to get some of this. Nope, we're just gonna push it. All right. We first put the onions, and then we're gonna add some garlic. You know what it is, good old garlic. I'm telling you, man, I actually like that we start every meal with chopping up an onion, basically grilling it, and putting garlic. Like, that smell right there, that's a good, like, beginning smell for the meal. One word. Wagyu. Yeah. Listen, all I know is that Wagyu is a fine ground beef. I believe it's from Japan. Don't quote me on that. And I've never used it before, but I'll open this. I know it's expensive and good. So I felt like for my first time making tacos, why not, you know, do something a little different than the typical ground beef. Cause this is still ground beef. I hope there's no special way you're supposed to cook it. Like, oh yeah, you only cook Wagyu a certain way, because I'm gonna cook it like regular ground beef. It looked like regular ground beef almost. Not really, but still. Yeah, got a brick, little brick. Threw that Wagyu right in there. All right, so I've noticed this Wagyu is a little tougher than regular ground beef that already came chopped up. So I had to give it a couple of real good chops. And it's not that easy with one hand. You know, I ain't got no cameraman. One of the worst parts about becoming a chef from scratch, you don't know your proportions. Like, I bought 3 of these. The one that I'm cooking, okay, and 2 more. Now, on the bright side, I do have extra Wagyu, okay? But it's like, I did not need that much Wagyu. Like, I really didn't. So don't be surprised if the next few meals include ground beef or Wagyu. I'm just saying. I gotta eat it. So now we about to make a fire taco main seasoning, okay? And it'll involve a bunch of different stuff. It involves about a teaspoon of this ground cumin. I don't know how to say it. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. About a teaspoon. So let's do a teaspoon of that. Oh yeah, I'm eyeing this. All right, then we want to do about a tablespoon of some cayenne pepper, cause that'll be fire. We're gonna throw a little cornstarch in there. Now that, you just want a real little amount of. That's just to toughen it up. So like a teaspoon of that. Boom, throw that in there. And then we're gonna have like a teaspoon. No, well, since this is for the full mix, a tablespoon. It hardly comes out of here. All of that just for this little bit, y'all. Like, what the hell? And I'm spilling some of it. So a tablespoon of this. Yo, that ragu is smelling crazy. All right, so we're gonna mix all of this together. A little mix. And I'm even throw some of this steak seasoning in there. Look, feel free to get a little crazy with the seasonings, all right? It's cool. It's gonna taste good.
Would you look at that? That ain't no regular ground beef. That's an ragu.
Yeah. So I got that ragu right there. And I got my homemade taco sauce that we just made all mixed up. So we about to throw this right up in there, like so. Yep. Should have sprinkled it more, but it's cool. So we're gonna sprinkle it right now. Mix that all up in there. Now that's finishing up. I went ahead and cut up some fresh peppers, you know, red and green, ready to go. That's the best part about tacos. Like, once the meat is done, you just take some of these, warm them up, add some of that, and it's a wrap.
Ooh, wee.
A little sour cream to add a little, you know what I mean? Wow. As you can see, I hardly had any time to even film this. Fire.
Looking for it.